Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to our channel, Balaji English Language Learners. This is Jyothi, and I am here with a new video here. Today, we are going to discuss about biodiversity. The theme is Biodiversity, Unit 6, 10th class. So, what is biodiversity? Can anyone explain? Yes, the biodiversity is nothing but it is all different kinds of life. It is all the different kinds of life which will be found in a single area. For example, we can talk about the variety of animals, plants, birds, fungus, and even the microorganisms like bacteria that make up our natural world. Each of these species and the organisms work together in these ecosystems like an intricate web to maintain the balance and support the life. So you can have three types of biodiversities. One is genetic, one is species, the other one is ecosystem diversity. So for us, just to remember, we can keep in our brain that the things which are related to our environment, the plants, animals, birds, everything come under biodiversity. So the pollution things or the environment we are keeping on very good. So here we are reading A, B and C. So what is there in A? Environment, which is related to the environment here. Environment, the surroundings. Then you have a poem, or will the dreamer wake? Who is a dreamer? What are the things we'll learn in that poem? Then we have the tale, the story of three villagers, which will give you a good idea about the surroundings and the biodiversity. So this is a style sheet here. So let us move on with the face sheet right here. So you need to observe the pictures carefully because the theme is biodiversity. Observe the pictures. One is this one and the one is this one. Two pictures you have here. So observe the pictures. I'm giving you half-minute time. All right. So now let us see the first question. What do you see in the first picture? Do you like it? If not, why not? So see this picture. How is it? Did you like it? Do you like it or not? Is a question raised here. So in the first picture, we can see the polluted air. The air is polluted. And you can also see that here you have a dumping yard, completely full of dust, garbage, near a water body. This is a water body, and near the water body, you have a dumping yard. I think anybody will not like it, right? So I say that I don't like it because this garbage should not be dumped near a water resource or the drinking water source. The garbage shouldn't be burned in an open, unused area. Yes, this is not an unused area. This is used area. So this should not be burnt here because there is a water here. It may also cause water pollution. So it should be burnt in a unused area, which is in an open place. And if we dump garbage near a water resource, what happens? It will lead to a water pollution, which in turn spreads the diseases too. Right? So the second question, how is second picture different from the first? Do you feel good about it? Give reasons for your view. So there is a lot of difference if you observe here. Whereas you've seen the first picture, it represented a polluted area. In the second picture, it represented a clean and green village, which is the best example of a perfect and a polluted free environment. It is a beautiful village with full of lush and green colored vegetation here. You can see the, yes. I also feel good about it because everywhere which you see here, it is full of greenery. Yes, it's full of greenery, and there is no dust also. Garbage is also not there. It's clean and green. We find cleanliness in this picture. You can say this. As a responsible human being, I wish such an environment might be in my surroundings also, which feels healthiness both in our body and the mind. If you're free from your dust, the body physically and mentally, you feel very healthy, right? And these two pictures indicate the best example of biodiversity. Okay. So now let us know what is biodiversity. Can you explain it? So I can give you an answer like this. If you want, you can just note it down. Biodiversity, let me also write, okay? Biodiversity is a degree of variation Biodiversity is a degree of variation of life. This can refer to genetic variation like genes. You might have read it in the bio. Genetic variation, differentiation. Then you have a species variation. Or ecosystem variation. I told you, 3 types. Ecosystem variation. This is enough for the face sheet point of view. Just look at the picture and write down the answer. I'll give you the half-minute time. After that, we will move on with the next part of the lesson. Nothing but the summary of lesson 1, reading A. All right. I hope you have written it. If not, please make a note of it or take a screenshot so that you can write it later on. Okay. All right. I'm clearing the screen here. So now if you see the lesson here, environment. So what is the type of text? The type of text is nothing but it's an interview with Wangari Maathai. She is an environmental activist and also a Nobel Prize winner, this lady. So you can say that this Wangari Maathai, this lady started the Green Belt movement and also fought for the equal rights of for the women in America. She's the first African woman to win the Nobel Prize. So this is the introduction part of Wangari Maathai. So I said this is the type of text is interview. So you will have a 2 persons here. One person is NHK Radio who is from Japan. He will interview Wangari Maathai regarding few questions. He will ask the questions and she will answer. Okay. So from the very beginning, Wangari Maathai understood. So what are the questions and everything we will discuss later on. First, let me tell you the summary part, the important points. Then we will move on with the other things. So from the very beginning, Wangari Maathai understood that she has to rehabilitate the environment. As the rural people are asking for clean drinking water, food and energy. Okay, clean drinking water, food and energy. Along with that, they also asked for some building materials and fodder for animals. Fodder is here, food for the farm animals. Farm animals will have some different type of food, right? That one. So the people were asking all these things. So now the NHK Radio asked a simple question. How did you become aware of this particular environment? Why did you think about it? Everything. She said, from the very beginning when I started, I understood that I have to rehabilitate. Rehabilitate means to restore the environment. As the rural people were asking for drinking water, food and energy. And also they're asking for the building material and fodder for the farm animals. She thought peace is connected. What did she think? She thought that peace is connected. Why am I using this one now? The second question is, how is peace connected to the good environment? So I can say that she thought that peace is connected to good environment because there won't be any conflicts. No fights will be there, right? There will be no fights. There will be no fights. That means it will be peaceful here. If natural resources are abundant, if they are sufficient, natural resources are given sufficient, they will not fight at all. No fight will be there. When there is no fight, there will be a peace. Okay. Then she insists that conflicts over natural resources are even at the global level, even for the global level, not even for the regional level, is also there for the global level. When she was a child, So why I'm telling about this now? Next question is, why was environment like? Sorry, what was environment like when she was young, and how did she go about saving it? So she says that when she was very young, she was a child of about 50 years ago. Environment was pristine, peaceful, beautiful, and green. But as she grew, the people destroyed it. So who is destroying the environment? The humans only, right? Huh. So she said that, but as she grew, the people destroyed all the local biological diversity. Local flora and fauna were damaged. Okay, so all the flora and fauna disappeared. Plants and animals, local flora and fauna. Okay, local plants and animals. One thing she noted is that not only did the rain pattern change, they also became less, but also the river started drying up. So it is given here clearly, river patterns changed, then it became less, then the river started drying up also. So what did she do? She started a campaign to restore. She started a campaign to restore the vegetation and to restore the land. To restore the land and to restore the forests. To rehabilitate, to restore the forest. The next question raised by the NHK radio is, what happened when you started working with the women? So she says that when she started working with the women, she thought she only taught them TAUGHT, not that past form of teach here, not thinking one. Okay, so she taught them how to plant trees. In the beginning, it was very difficult for them, but soon after they gained some confidence. It was very easy for them. Then also they became very good competent foresters also. That is the reason she used to call them with one line here. She used to call them as, let me show you where it is. Yes, she used to call them as foresters without diplomas. Okay, without diploma, without any degree, they are very good foresters because they were giving everything right. Initially, it was very tough. They used to call the others, but still it didn't work out. So what did she do? She taught herself. So now, Wangari Mata, what do you think how they responded for her message? So it is a question raised. What is the question raised by the LHK radio? Why do you think they responded so well to your message, to her message? Now, Wangari Mata thinks that the woman responded well to her message because it is a need for them actually. She has seen three transformations. What is the transformation meaning here? Three changes. What transformation did you see? She says that I have seen three changes. What are those? First one is landscape. First one is landscape, the change in the landscape. Then she also saw the willingness of the people to fight for their rights. So they started fighting for their rights also. These are the two major transformations we have seen. Okay. Then the next and the last question is how, not the last one. Okay, fine, no problem. How do you think you can influence the rest of Africa? She says that Wangari Maathai influenced the rest of Africa by her efforts. She says that our efforts will inspire other people to stop wasting their resources. If you just give the resources equally, share equitably with needy people, there will be very good part in everywhere and there will be a peace somewhere from one part of the other part of the Africa. So what is the one thing we can do? See, she finally says that she concluded everything that a greatest activity, what is the greatest activity, is to plant a tree. She says that you have to plant a tree, that is the greatest activity. And which will give us the wonderful symbol for the environment. Not only for today, it will be for future. If we plant a tree, we are planting hope. We plant future for ourselves, for our children and for our birds also. We plant something that will last long after we are gone. If you plant a tree now, do you think the tree dies before you die? No, of course not. Of course not. unless and until you drastically take a step over it, right? So what you have to do, if you're planting one tree, it is you're giving that hope to others. Hope to others. For the future generations, you're giving some hope like that, right? All right. This is a summary of environment lesson. If you're watching this video for the first time, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe our channel. Watch the video till end, and this will boost up your confidence too.